Welcome back to our real estate morning show. I'm Dylan Silbernagel. This is my wife, Jennifer. Together, we've been helping families make smart real estate decisions for 12 and 13 years. This is our morning show where we bring you all the real estate news around the GTA that we think you need to know about. We do it over coffee. We're going to jump right in, but before we do, it is Thursday, December 13th, and it is your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday. Stop watching this video right now. Go write something nice on her Facebook wall. Jen hates when all the attention's on her, so she's loving this right now.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I totally thought we were going to skirt right by that.
Yeah, no, wasn't going to do that.
Not so much.
Yeah, so go write happy birthday on her Facebook page. She'll love it. Better yet, do it on this video so that we know that people are watching. That would be fantastic.
Oh, that would be a good present. Do that.
do that one.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to jump right in to our favorite type of news, or our favorite subject, I guess. It's about taxes.
Woohoo.
Yeah, so the CRA has used a new tool in, I guess, prosecuting tax evaders that they've never used before. Essentially, what they did was they found this couple in Ottawa had been underreporting their earnings between 2008 and 2013.
Okay.
And for the first time ever, they used the proceeds of crime provision under the criminal code, which allowed them to seize rental properties that these guys own. Yeah, and so I think typically what they'll do is they'll garnish wages, stuff like that.
Right.
But they've actually seized rental properties, income properties that these guys have owned under different corporations and stuff like that.
So they're cracking down.
Yeah, they're cracking down. First time they've ever used it, and a representative from the CRA said they did confirm the first time they've used this tool.
Yeah.
But it won't be the last.
Right. Wow.
They will use it again, so...
And so just so I'm clear, like you said, it wasn't that they didn't file. It's just that they were filing low.
Yeah. So that's what it sounds like. And again, you can check this out on CBC News. This is where we're getting our information from.
Yeah.
But what it sounds like is they were still reporting their incomes, just underreporting is the words that they used.
Interesting. It'll be. I wonder if there'd be any more info. I guess not really because of privacy, but I would love to know, like, how much were they underreporting? Like if there were percentage ranges, or like if it was blatant misrepresentation, or you know what I mean. Like that would be very interesting.
I'm sure as the case goes on, more information will come out.
Yeah.
But I can read you a quick quote here.
Yeah.
The schemes included appropriating funds from multiple corporations under their control for personal purposes, appropriating corporate rental income, and manipulation of supplier invoices. So it sounds like they were being quite purposeful in their skirting of the
They were doing a
tax
lot
laws.
of different things too. Like they were really working it.
They're really going at it.
Like manipulation of supplier invoices that's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So taxes are something that everybody has to deal with every year.
Yeah.
And them using something new, but of actually seizing a rental property, which I wonder if, because it's under a corporation, were there other parties involved?
Right.
That perhaps if you had a bad partner or something like that got you into this mess, it's good to be aware of that this is now a possibility.
Yeah.
And I think now we'll leave the tax stuff behind.
Yeah.
Let's not focus anymore on it.
They're not due yet.
It's holiday season. Yeah, get out of here.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, for God's sakes. So anyways, now we're looking at just another little quick topic on interest rates, because we did talk about it in our last episode.
Yeah.
And we mentioned that if we heard any more news or rumors about something going on in January when they meet, that we would share it here. And essentially, we are hearing more rumors, but just that it's unlikely that we'll see another rate increase in January.
Okay.
Which is great news. This is kind of what we thought was likely to happen based on what they said last week and the reports that have come out. So this isn't really a surprise.
No, I don't think it's a surprise at all. And I think with the way everything's going and the way the market is stabling, that it's almost better. Like, I mean, I don't know on the inside about all this, but like it makes sense to let it do what it's doing right now, right? And let it kind of settle again before they do it. And we've had quite a few rate increases over the past year and a half, so it'd be nice to get a little bit of a break for a few minutes for those poor buyers. Let some more people get into the market and create a bit more steam, and then they can do it again. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
so hopefully.
We've had 5 increases since mid-2017.
5, yeah. See, that's a lot.
In a year and a half, that's 5 increases.
Yeah.
And again, obviously, their main reason isn't just looking at the real estate market. They're looking at our GDP, oil prices, stuff like that. Yeah. And I do have a statement here from, I think it was CIBC that was taking a look at it.
Okay.
And essentially, then the next thing that they talk about there is that there might only be 1 rate increase predicted in the next 12 months.
Okay,
now this is where I say we're getting into more rumor stuff, because other things that I was reading still anticipated at least 2 rate increases for 2019. That would include the next 12 months there. So likely that we still see 2, I think, in my books. But if we end up doing only 1, I mean, that'll help the real estate market in general.
Yeah, and it's hard to say too, because originally one of the ones that I would have anticipated of the 2 would have been the January one, because if they were going to go up again, because they had been talking about it in December and then pushed it back, it would almost have made sense that that might have been the next one to go up. So now if they're saying that that's not likely to occur, then it does kind of make sense that perhaps there is only one other one throughout the year. But it's the government and banks, and if they have an opportunity to do it more than once, I'm assuming that they...
If the economy starts outperforming what their anticipations were, then rate increase.
They're going to do it. Yeah, exactly. Is that it for that one?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to jump into mine. Mine is just about national housing start increases in the month of November.
Okay.
So what we mean when we say that, because we say it a lot and you hear it a lot, it's new construction builds. So new development starts. When we say that, that's what that means, just for anybody who's not sure. And basically what they're seeing right now is that they were actually up in November over October. So October, 206,460. And November was 210,038. Okay. And so this is a quote from the chief economist at CMHC. And basically he's saying the national trend in housing starts increased in November following 4 consecutive months of decline. While single detached starts continued to trend lower in November, so single detached homes not being built as much, this was more than offset by a gain in the trend of multi-unit starts following several months of weakness. So basically what we're starting to see happen is builders and developers are going much more heavily onto the multi-dwelling unit building style and really kind of stepping away from the single detached home development, and that's actually pushing the numbers up because obviously there's more units in the same amount of space, right? So basically, this is the highest. This is the highest level this year because of condo apartments. So it's condos more so than townhouses or anything. And I mean, when you're downtown driving around, you can see multiple condos at any given time, and there's more projects on the way. So,
and you're specifically talking about Toronto at this point hitting its highest for the year, right?
Toronto in that sentence, yes, Toronto for sure. But the actual stats are for nationwide, I believe. That it's all across the board. New home starts are up in November, and it's due to an increase in multi-unit dwelling development.
Exactly.
Yeah, so just an interesting thing. I know we've talked about this a lot, and we've talked about the fact that single family homes are down in price. They're not selling as well. Condos are really in a booming market right now, and so you can see the builders starting to shift towards that demand cycle as well, which means for the next few years we can anticipate quite a few more condos going up around the GTA and everywhere else in Canada, actually.
Yeah, and I think in general why the detached housing starts haven't been as high is because they still have inventory left over from last year. So they're not as keen to get onto their next development when they haven't got rid of the leftover inventory.
Yeah, for sure.
So that makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, and then when you look everywhere you look, there's affordability concerns and the numbers don't make sense, and buyers are getting hit heavier on their approvals and they can't get the mortgages anymore. It doesn't make as much sense to keep creating that product, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
it does make sense that they're going this way, but it's an interesting thing to see that that side of the industry now catch up to what's been happening for the past, obviously they've been planning it, but the fact that it's showing up now.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So that was it. That was my info for the day. Is there anything you wanted to add? Or
no, that was perfect. I think it was a nice light news day.
Okay, perfect. So I think we're done then.
Yep.
All right. Well, as usual, don't forget we have a show every Tuesday and Thursday. Please subscribe, follow, comment. Let us know if you want us any topics you want us to cover or talk about, because we'd love to do that for you. And other than that, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.